Sure, Masandawana, we are back with another installment, the Yellow Corner, bringing you the preview of our Betway Premiership Game Week 3 fixture as we travel to Seshego on Wednesday night to take on our Kalim Knockout Slayers, Maikesi FC, Wednesday at Seshego Stadium, 7:30. Raps, how are you and welcome back?
Yeah, no, also, thanks for having me again. It's nice to be shooting with you, but hey, I'm kind of tired, man. But hopefully, it will be a dope preview as we go on, man.
Yeah, no, the repercussions weekend ka morao ke tse di results tsa yona Perhaps before we get into the preview, I just want to start by giving props and proper credit to Scoop for what they did at Orlando Stadium on Saturday, man. Scoop simply outsang Center Line Pirates for the majority of the game, and it was just beautiful scenes, like supporting the team throughout the game, cheering the boys on, man. Even when mistakes were made, they kept supporting Majita, So, like, that was my highlight of the game Saturday. Scoop's performance, for a lack of a better word, on Saturday at Orlando, man. It was beautiful scenes, man. It was just beautiful, beautiful scenes. So, credit to Scoop, man. Like I said, outside center line apparently for the majority of the game, man. Your thoughts on the game? Just the game in 90 minutes, first leg, not the ramifications that come with the second leg and all that. Your thoughts on just the game ups?
And I think also starting with the first 11 that played against the Pirates, I think the coach wanted to go for a more positive approach and try to win the game on the first leg. But unfortunately, we drew, but it's not a bad result. I think we can take it because of it still gives us the advantage. But coming to the game, man, I think the team was okay, man. The team was okay. We scored, and also what I liked about this game is that we had our midfielders playing closer to the goalpost, and also they were when he has the chance pushing forward and to offer support to the attacking players. And we got the lead from a set piece, and we don't normally score from set pieces, but I'm glad that we managed to get one from the set piece. But what was disappointing from this game is how we failed to manage our lead or to protect the scoreline because of we were dominant almost the entire game. So what was needed from us was to manage the game better, and managing the game can be in a form of keeping the ball more or trying to chase for the second one and kill off the game. And I think we could have done that because we also missed some good chances whereby we should have scored. And another thing is that how Pirates scored that goal or how that goal came about is something that you highlighted when you were shooting the preview alone. Or Pirates, when they have the ball at the back, more especially the young Mbokas, he's likely to play that diagonal ball uh, behind our defense, and he actually did that, and that's where the goal came from. So it was disappointing. We failed to stop that, and we went to this game knowing the dangers of the Orlando Pirates and how they create chances. So I think it was disappointing because we failed to keep to protect the scoreline and to manage the game better. And the goal came from the situation where you analyzed Pirates is more dangerous when they play that long ball. Hopefully, on the second leg, such situations won't happen again.
Yeah, no. To be honest, now I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, man. I felt Pirates were there for the taking. Considering the fact that they came into this game, Mali under so much pressure, man. The coach and the players were in a lot of pressure, because of how they've started the 2025-2026 season. So you could feel the tension, man, going into this game and during the game as well, from their side and their fans, for the majority of the game, their fans never tense, every stray pass that they played, every small mistake that they played, the players made, you could see, no man, there's tension here, and it filtered onto the field, Hence, for most of the game, they were not as loud in terms of their singing as they have been in recent times, So I thought Sundowns would take advantage of this situation, and go with them and make sure they take advantage of the situation, And for me, man, this thing of talking about Tesh, and it's maybe to some people it will come across as if we're targeting him, but we have to talk about this. This thing of Tesh missing such chances, getting big games, man. I just don't understand how he fails to put that ball into the back of the net, man. Like inside the small box, like he scores that, he kills off the game, and because that goal would have come just 2 minutes after Pirates, after we scored the first goal. So I don't understand, man, like how you fail to score that chance, man. Like that for me, that is not even a brilliant save by Tate. It's terrible miss by Tesh, man. So yeah, that disappointed me, man. As for the considering of that goal, I spoke about this on the preview, and it came out as I said. I don't understand how you do not press the quarterback or the person who's going to play the pass, or deny the receiver space. Like I don't understand, man. Divinely, and I mean miscalculating or misjudging the flight of that ball. I don't understand how he did that, man. He came on, and speaking of the subs, the coach here, Roland, the subs that he made, for me, some of them just didn't make sense, man. Clearly, it was like he was happy to a certain extent, or to some extent. I understand him trying to defend that lead, man. But Pirates is throwing numbers. They leaving themselves exposed. Why are you bringing on a left back in Divine and then moving a left back to right forward in Modiba, when you could have brought on one of those kids and we used the pace here, Fanaba, and try and get another goal and make sure you get 2 away goals, man. For me, that was, I think, you let me down now. And substitutions are high, man. At least we got the away goal, man. Let me not sound too negative, man. Perhaps has this team regressed or improved in the last few months? Do you still go into the games really confident, or we will win? No matter.
I think I still do, man. I still do. Because of, you look at, yes, we have not been performing that well so far, but I think it's still early whether to say the team is performing totally bad, or to give an output. But I think so far so good, man, because of, we need to give these players a chance, man, but also they need to collect maximum points, because of the league doesn't wait for you to implement your strategies or your philosophy or to do well, because of, if we sleep, other teams will capitalize and collect as many points as they can. But so far, man, I think we are pretty decent, and not sometimes not having a bad start, or a bad start helps you or gives you time to rectify the mistakes as soon as possible. Because of, imagine we have a bad performance.
Just that, sorry for interjecting. I'm not just talking about since the beginning of the season. I'm talking about the last few months. It's Sundowns, like from what we've seen compared to maybe a year or two ago. Do you look at this team and feel like they've improved, or they've gone backwards?
I think we are stagnant, man. I think the improvement is so little, man. Like, it's so little, and you need to take into account of how many finals we lost and how many big games we lost, man. So we it's like sometimes we participate in about 5 tournaments and only win one, man. I think that you cannot say the team is improving when you fail to win majority of the domestic tournament. So for now, the development is stagnant. When I don't see us growing as a team, and I don't see us being better than we were in the past few months, man. Because of if honestly we say we are better than we were previously, we need to show it in numbers, man. Like the results, the cups that we win, or the finals that we are able to reach. So for now, man, I think the development of the team it is stagnant or it is minimal.
And I honestly think this team has regressed. Honestly, I don't even think we're stagnant. I think we've gone a few steps back, man, and it is really, really worrying. Like I don't know. I remember asking you this question. I said to you, it could have been at some point last season or the season before it. I said to you, when last did you go to a game? Yes, Sundowns worried, hurry, yeah, no, we might lose here. And we both said we can't remember because every game that we went to, we felt like we'll definitely win, no maganjan. But now, man, I go to the games still confident because we are Mamelodi Sundowns because of the quality that we have, but not as confident and maybe overconfident as I used to be previously. Like I watch games at Sundowns and feel like even teams don't fear us as they used to. Like they come into the games confident or they can get at us. Like we previously, I think teams used to feel like the best possible way to get at Sundowns is via set pieces. But now I feel like they look at Sundowns and think, oh no, there are many ways or more ways than one to get at Sundowns, and it's worrying for me, man. I watch Sundowns and I look at Sundowns and feel like a lot of things just seem off the cuff from the players, like it's the quality just get players getting us, by, maybe buy is too it is not the best way to use, but I'm worried about this team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am worried about this team, man. But hopefully I would love nothing for Sundowns to prove me wrong, but this team worries me, man. Our opponents, my guessing, Maduka took over from ODG. How well do you think he will do as a coach, and how well do you think they will do as a team? Because I think the primary goal for them is to stay up, and I think he will help them stay up. I don't think management has gone into this season thinking or demanding or they win another cup. I don't think so. They'll be really naive. If it does happen, hey, it is a bonus. But last season was a once off for my kids, So I don't think. I think the goal is for them to stay up, and if they make the top 8, great. But I think they shouldn't over what's the word, demand way more than what they can possibly achieve. And with regards to Maduka, I think he will do well. I think Maduka does. He makes do of what is in front of him, and he does well with the unknown. So I think he will do fairly well at Magesi. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and I think appointing Maduka, I think it was a good decision for them because of we know that Maduka has been here for so long. He has the experience and also his style of play. Man, I think this season we might see a different Magis in terms of how they play on the pitch because of Maduka is more about ball position and results. So I think he will try and implement that in the team, man. But in terms of the team's goal this season, maybe they might be ambitious again and say, you know what, if we did it last season, why don't we push and try to win another domestic trophy? So I think as much as last season, one might say it was a fluke, but they've won it. And Libona, maybe they are coming into this season with a little bit of confidence and knowing more. Sometimes the domestic cup, that's where your success comes from because of obviously the league it is impossible for Magis to win the league. But the domestic cups, that's where they can give their best shot and try to win, man. But we don't know. But I think if this season, if they try and be positive and also be ambitious again, I think they might have another a good season. It might not be winning the domestic cup, or it might be doing well in the league, maybe finishing in the top eight. But for them, I think it will be a success if they finish in the top eight, or they reach the final of one domestic trophy, domestic tournament.
I angiyiboni shame mna yena angiyiboni. Next. But yeah, man, going into this game, what do you expect?
I think I'm expect for Sandos, man. I expect us to bounce back and redeem ourselves, man. Expect us to go all out and get maximum points. And speaking about redeeming ourselves, we need to play better, man. Like we need to show we're a big team when we get into the pitch. We need to show that we dominate, man, and dominate doesn't just mean we need to have a ball possession majority of the time without being effective. I think if we are more effective and if we capitalize on the chances that we create or we convert majority of our chances, we have a chance of winning this game very comfortable. And for us, man, I think first thing first, we need to be able to manage the space between the goalkeeper and the defense. If we play high line, we should know that once the opponents have the ball, at least we become quick in terms of pressing the player who's on the ball to stop him from playing that long ball, or we are very organized at the back because of we can't make a series of mistakes whereby we don't press the player on the ball, and also we are not organized in defense. At least one, we should get it right, man. And yes, I think we will score first in this game, man, because we have what it takes to get an early goal. But again, I think in this game it will be very important for us to manage the lead, man. Once we get that goal, we should try to push for the second one so that we kill the game because of Rivers like just Nuggets when we playing the cup final. We scored first, but we failed to manage the scoreline, and they were able to bounce back and be victorious on the day. And I like what I see from them in terms of trying to go closer to the goalpost and try to be on the score sheet. I think in during the preseason, one of the guys spoke about that. We need to get goals from our midfielders, man, because we can't just only rely on our forward players, man. The likes of Tebu, Alende, they should be on the score sheet. But yes, their primary duty is to give us control in the middle field, but we still want goals from them, man. As well as for Salis, man, I think against Amazon, man, Salis was brilliant, man. Like the how he was availing himself in between the spaces and how he was able to combine with other F1 players. Man, I think he did very well. And the more Salas is on the ball, I think the more we might get something because of he's able to position himself in good areas whereby he can give us something, and also he has an eye for a good partner. So I think if he positions himself right and he gets into those spaces and positions, I think we might get chances from that. And lastly, man, I think we need to convert the chances that we create, man. Like we can't be failing to score at least half of the chances that we create on the field, and we only score a few of them. And I think we need to do better in terms of converting the chances. As for Magis, man, one thing I've witnessed about Magis is that they lose the ball in dangerous areas, man, and some of the teams fail to capitalize or to use that into their advantage, man. Because of for Ronaldo, it will be very key to press, but with the intention of winning the position back and trying to get a goal. Because of the more we are able to press them higher up on the pitch, it gives us the advantage because of we win the ball closer to the goal post and we might get a something. And I think Lima J. Silvana, they are very dangerous on set pieces, man. I think because of some of their chances do not come from open play, but from set pieces, man, they manage to show some danger. And because of they've analyzed Damian Hoda, the Pirates, and they saw where the goal came from. I think they might try and repeat that and try to see okay, if we play differently, how will we go about it? Because of if we continue playing that highlight, I think for Magesi to be able to get closer to the goal post, I think it might be through that long ball because of once they play that long ball, they are more closer to getting into our goal post because of sometimes them trying to play openly and trying to open us in the middle, it might be difficult or impossible for them. But that long ball might give them advantage because of they'll be playing closer to the goal post instead of trying to bypass us on the middle field. And lastly, from Magesi, I've seen some positive elements in their game, man. More especially how they are passing when they go forward, man. They share the ball very well, and there's been some nice combination play from Magis, man. So I think that those are my what I would expect from this game, man.
All right, Raps. Now I'm of a different view. I think we are most likely to see wholesale changes from Sundowns when you take into consideration our next three games after this Magesi games are really, really difficult games. The games before we go into the international break. After Magesi, it's Pirates, Chiefs, and Stellies. So I think we might see wholesale changes and you give the guys a break because to be honest, this is the best chance to give them a break until the next three games. I think my guess will be up for it. As all these small teams are when they take on the big three. And maybe they just want to be that team that is known to be team that always takes the Scalpia Sundowns. So I think they'll be up for it and bring it on Sundowns. Then, like you said, their biggest threat comes from set pieces, like their goal scored by Musadi against Stellies it was a header, and when you look at the big boys that they have up top in Wonderboy Makubo, in Tabang Sibanyoni, so the best, I mean, you use the height that you have in your team, and I think that is what they will use, not discounting the fact that they have seen we struggle at that ball behind, like you mentioned. So maybe they will try to use that as well. They play a double pivot, yeah, as well as Masekela. And then if Maduka goes with that, I think we'll definitely overpower him in the middle and they will struggle. So I won't be surprised if he brings on an extra body, because if he goes got two, they will definitely struggle in the middle of the park. I understand that how our white forwards play. They play differently to most of the teams' white forwards because they tuck in, into the half spaces, But I have an issue with that when we play oppositions, or you find that the oppositions left and right backs are not that good defensively. Like you're not taking advantage of that. Like in the game that we played against Amazon, I was annoyed by the fact that Kutlwano kept coming inside and it was so packed inside, instead of trying to drag the left wing back, Amazulu, Hanamuga out, because you look at the fact that Zuko is not right back that bombs forward, so that it makes sense that Kutlwano tucks in, So I looked at Abrams, their number 25 from Tucks. He's very, very good, going forward. But defensively, he's not so good. Polokwane and still is targeted that side. So I would like to see our left forward going at Abrams and trying to expose him. But you've said the majority of the things that I also have on my notes. Your lineup?
I'll have Ronald as my goalkeeper. My back four, I'll have Zuko, Tripido, Grant, and Maposa as my left back. Then my midfield two, I'll have Tebza and Jaden Adams. Then my front four, I'll have Salis, Renas, Letaku, and Mabena.
Okay. Now, like I said, I'm expecting a whole lot of changes. So I'll go with Dennis, Dunyelwa, Mvala, Libusa, Basadin, and then midfield three of Obas, Adams, Nkulise, and then Litaku Mabena and Shalulile. Score prediction?
We'll win 3-1.
I think we'll win 2-1. And yeah, good luck to the boys. All the best of luck. Bring back the 3 points. And yeah, man. Oh, speedy recovery to Shika as well. Thank you guys for watching. Please continue subscribing and spreading the word. The Yellow Corner. The next time you will see us will be on Thursday, bringing you the preview of the second leg of our MTN8 semi-final against Orlando Pirates. Until then, sharp sharp Masandawana, sharp sharp Raps.
Sharp, sharp,